Okay, time to farm some potions. Some ideas for videos coming up, and would very much like to get them done as soon as possible. The mic's a wee bit echoey here. You look here. Video capture, microphone. Okay. Thanks everything. Let's get on with it then. Bunch of music. Loud in my ears. Okay. Let's farm some potions in. Start with probably my strongest team. My usual potion grinding mob, which is obviously Colossus. I'm still in there. See, that's from earlier. That's from a video I put up earlier on. So let's just start again. That wasp video that was uploaded a couple of hours ago, that was actually a really fun video to do. A lot of fun. So using her. I do now have a 6-star, so I might use her later on. My plan is to use a bunch of different champions. You'll go right through one way of a whole Realm of Legends, and then change up teams and go again. So just have to pick this team. Who do I want to go for? Do I want White Mags? I don't need Guardian. Where is Emma Frost? Sure, I want. She's here somewhere. There we go. Don't need Guardian. I'll be using Guardian later on. Gonna be popping him in. So Colossus, 6-star, Mega, Jugs, White Mags, just for a little bit of attack, and Emma. Let's get on with it. The usual punching bag, that is Winter Soldier. He should be down pretty quickly. Might do a run through with 4 stars as well. I do have 4-star Colossus that he hits pretty hard. Did a wee attempt at Labyrinth Red Hulk last night that actually went not bad. He took off about 800,000 before the race timer went out. I wasn't running Apocalypse or anything to give him the extra, damage from the specials and all that. It was just pretty much this team that I have now, and yeah, just nice. Colossus is my favourite champion to use. He's always just Mr. Reliable. Just start off with the big man. Parry heavy, just nice and easy. I do like in Realm of Legends when it's just, button bashing. So it's quite nice, it's relaxed. And just parry heavy and it's not too much trouble. This should kill him. Nope, didn't get a crit. But this heavy will surely kill him. There we go, lovely jubbly. A couple of people are dropping in. Thank you for dropping in. Evening Jord, XLR, Cataclysm, thank you for popping in. We're doing a Realm of Legends stream tonight. First one I've ever done in Realm of Legends. Not the most exciting stream in the world, but needs must. I thought I'd do it on stream. I do need a bunch of potions for some ideas that I've got for videos. It's going to be stuff in Abyss. Not doing a full run, it's just going to be, I want to try certain champions against some of the fights that are deeper in the, not so much like the back end, but just after Luke Cage, and I'm no MSD, so I cannot use She-Hulk to solo him. I'm just not that good with her. Learning, but not quite there yet to get the solo. So I do need some potions to go along with the expiring revives I've got in my overflow. I do want to take Colossus. There's a couple of fights in the Abyss that I want to use the big man against. I forgot I don't have, I've got a weird masher set up at the moment. I was just trying something out. I might change that later on. Because if I do get stunned here, it's a pretty lengthy stun. Normally run 5 out of 5 in Limber, but I don't have it on at the moment. I need to remember to do that before war starts. We always play 5 out of 5 Limber. It just helps, maybe catch a person out with the defenders. I don't have the strongest defense at the moment. I will be probably working on getting stronger defenders over the next coming months. That's kind of my big aim. Although I do have some catalysts expiring in a week, and I'm thinking of using some of the T5 basics on Wasp. I do really like her. There's a couple of videos I actually want to do with her. And she is amazing. She's going to go with my rank 3 Ghost, who I haven't had a chance to bring into war yet. The way our battle group works is the officers assign us the champs to use, and the guys who are known Ghost users, they normally bring theirs in. I'm normally either bringing Falcon, taking Path 5 with Colossus. I've had some actually really random matchups this season. Nothing that's been post-worthy, but it's just been interesting. Oops. Thought I could get the parry off of that double medium, but nope. Let's get this fight back under control. This is the one fight that always sort of gets me a little bit caught out. For some reason I just seem to get... Jeez, that was 110,000 crit. Juggernaut just seems to... He likes doing like a weird saunter up to you and just catches me out with a quick light attack. And speaking of quick, this is going pretty damn quick. What's my biggest SB2 in Realm of Legends? I did 200k plus last hit of SB2 when I was using Suicides a couple weeks ago. That's the biggest one I've done. It amounted to about 500,000 every hit crit, and yeah, it was just monstrous. I wasn't recording, sadly. That would have been just a really cool thing to put on like Twitter or something. But that is the biggest I have ever had, and he's a bit of a monster. I will probably use Colossus with Apocalypse later on and see what we can hit. I've got a weird master set up at the moment where it's just full points in greater strength, no mystic dispersion, no limber. It's just a very, very strange setup, and I need to change it for later on tonight for placing defense. It was just an experiment to go with the 4-star Colossus in Labyrinth, just to see if I could survive a little bit longer or get some more attack off and potentially get the solo on Red Hulk. But I would need Suicides, and most likely would need Apocalypse or something to go with the 4-star. And to be honest, it's not worth me doing that just for the kill. Like, you know, killing Apocalypse off or winning the fight with him first to then go into the second one. It was just a wee experiment. Just get a quick sip of coffee. Okay, storm time. I think the next team I quite would like to try going through the whole thing with Guardian and see how good he is for the whole thing. Now I have got music playing at the moment. I'm not 100% sure how loud it is. If it's too loud, someone in chat let me know if it's drowning out my voice. It's the first time I've ever played music along with a stream, so just getting used to various aspect stuff. I'm still very much a record and do a voiceover type of person, but trying to become more like a streamer over the next coming months, getting used to the software and just streaming in general, because I do have a lot of fun and it makes me interesting content. But still, at the moment, very much a video on demand sort of person, doing weird and wonderful edits. It's just kind of my thing. I do love a weird and wonderful edit with a silly thumbnail. It's just my kind of jam right now. 72,000 heavy. Yes, please. 40 hits and Storm is down. Lovely. Okay, so we got... This is the one that's probably going to take the longest because of class disadvantage, but again, it'll be 40-ish hits, which is not too bad. I say not too bad, it's bloody quick. Oh. That wee stutter step they do now in Realm of Legends sometimes catches me out. I think when I come to using 4 stars, that might be the death of me. Let's block this. I love how OG Vision, his SP1 doesn't do any damage. Okay, I definitely pressed parry there, but well. Right, big heavy into a special attack and say goodbye to health. Well, I've seen CGR just absolutely rinse this fight so quickly. But God, I didn't get him from the last feature. Man, I didn't really have much luck from that feature though. What did I get? I got Falcon at least, but he's unduped. I kind of like him to be duped for taking him up properly. I got Ghost. She is now rank 3, although I've got to admit, if I didn't have an overabundance of Tech T5 CC, I wouldn't have ranked her up. I'm just not the biggest Ghost fan. One of my friends, long time friends in the game, Fee, he is a massive Ghost user. If he heard me say I'm not a Ghost fan, he might kill me. But yeah, he loves her. I'm just not a massive fan of her playstyle. A bit like Quake, I'm not really a big fan of Quake either. But again, it's not anything to do with her being a bad champion, that is just more to do with having fun. I do not enjoy Quake style in the slightest. I can't even do it anyway, so that's maybe part of the aspect. But it's just not fun. I do like throwing specials and, you know, sometimes just beating into the opponent, whereas, you know, Quake is more a finesse sort of approach. Dodge, 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 don't get hit, and you take down anything. Definitely the best champion in the game. It's just not the most fun champion though. I do hear a lot of people moan about how she is in like war videos and that. I know Minash has had a fair few comments about his Quake gameplay. Not saying it's bad or anything, it's just some people seem to find it boring, which is fair enough. A lot of people don't even like war. I love war. War is one of the big things I love in the game. I like the competitive aspect and having to come together as an alliance to problem solve like defenders. You know, it is nice to work as a team. You know, that's just part of why everyone loves MCOC that plays it. So the aim here is to get 40 and 50 potions, and then I'll call it a night. I don't want to be on for too long. I do have an absolute mountain of editing to do. I've got some projects coming out soon. Hopefully people will like them. A couple of champion guides, a buff concept video, a couple more takedowns. I've actually already uploaded onto the channel. They're just set as private at the moment because I'm going to release them at some point in the coming week. I may do a stream for Odin. I'm still torn on whether or not I can actually go for him. I've not done arena in a very long time, and it's probably my least favourite aspect of the game. I went hard before the last big deals, you know, Cyber Monday and that. I kind of felt burnt out from arena from that, and I haven't touched it since. So it's been a couple of months. But with July 4th coming up, I probably should go back into doing it more. Oh, I've got some sneaky Scarlet Witch. Gets a wee weakness on me. The Colossus is that tanky, that's not really going to matter. It just slows me down slightly. He's just got a monster through Wolverine though. Just massive damage. Bang, bang, bang. Big crit? No. So one thing that's frustrating about Colossus is his lack of crits. He does have quite a low crit rate, but he's an absolute monster. Easily my favourite champion in the game. Not not just because I'm a massive X-Men fan, and I do love the X-Men, but just because he's so much fun to play. Okay, so this is quite an RNG based fight. He is a SIG 200 Colossus, so he will get armor ups pretty regularly. But once we get to 20 armor ups and start slapping into him with those big armor ups, then it should be able to out damage his regen. Oops, that'll parry there. I'm thinking the next run I will go full on Fantastic Four and use Invisible Woman for this fight. Cause she's actually got some pretty high damage. Hard to play, but I think I'm going to go full on Fantastic Four in a wee second once I actually kill him. He's getting all the regens here. This did not happen with my Wasp video. Clearly he's been RNG'd it just to not trigger it when this petrifies up. Oh, stun. I think after this I will also just quickly change my masteries up and put on the regular ones, just because it's, if I do miss a parry, it sometimes happens, but then the stun is so long that it's just annoying. Oh, yep, there we go, missed a parry again. Concentrate more here. Well, it doesn't really matter with Colossus. Oh, 32,000 mediums, jeez. But sometimes I forget how powerful he is. This might kill him. If I'd got a crit there on that last hit, that would have put him in the ground, but nah, he's going down. 7% left. Hey, come on, Wolverine. Heavy, SP1, and he's in the bin. Love it. Here we go. On to Black Bolt, who's still got that stupid animation of... Not animation, sorry. He's got that damage back he does off his SP2. So, it's just... I always find that mechanic a bit hilarious. Whoever thought of that was not the smartest. Glad they changed it, because he is actually a really good champion. I wouldn't mind pulling him from this next featured. I think I'm going to save up all my shards and go for it. I saw Clobbering Time had put up a tier maker on Twitter, and I made one. I used that tool and made my own tier of what I would like to get from this. Let's just launch this and get him to kill himself with this SP2. Come on, use it. No, he's not gonna. That's fine. He still has to use it though. No SP3 here. Does 45,000 to himself. Absolute mental mechanic. Thank you for the armor up. This big heavy. This might, if we get a couple of crits here, it's going to kill him. Whew, that was over 200,000. Lovely. 29 29 hits. That is ridiculous. Did a wee help from the damage back from Black Bolt's SP2, but that was ridiculous. We're going to finish off with Hulk. Nice big heavies. Always nice seeing these big numbers. You know, with that Mega Red Energy, it just hits like an absolute train. You know, and here we've got the added Juggernaut synergy. Parry these just purely for the armor ups. Gets armor up on every parry. It just adds to the damage. But with the Emma Frost synergy as well, you know, the more armor ups you have, the more power you gain from every hit. So it's just getting those SP2s off so regularly. It's just such a fast run through with Colossus. This is my normal Realm of Legends team when I'm farming potions. And it's just so good for it. Just makes such light work of everything without having to do much. You know, I don't really have much effort going into these fights, and that's just what you like in Realm of Legends. Oop. Need not my coffee over there. Okay, let's go again. So I'm roughly saying that was 8 potions. I wasn't actually keeping track, so let's just say 8. Okay, so full Fantastic Force energies here. We're going to go in with, where the heck is she? So woman will take the 6-star. I do have a 5-star. And we've got Mr. Fantastic. Thing is here. And pardon me. Who else that? I kind of want to use Dragon Man. I know he's not Fantastic Four, and Doom maybe should count that, but he does have this synergy here, where Invisible Woman, when she is visible, she retains 40% of her vulnerabilities. I do have a video coming out soon that is dealing with sort of buff concepts, and she is one of the champions I'm going to touch on for those. And she could be such a good champion, but she's just lacking certain things. Okay, I'm going to start off with Thing. Have a wee bit of Thing fun. I could bring in the champion synergy later on for him. That is a lot of fun. He does absolute rampage through this with that synergy. Block this, thank you. So go to the SB3. Need to get another parry up. There we go. 20 rock stacks, and now we get the full benefit of the special 3 abilities. It's a really cool animation, that. I do like that. Let's see. Just a giant burrito at his Winter Soldier, and he is destroyed. And just time to pound into him. We've got the full Furies up now, so it's just a case of I could use my SP2 here. Let's just see what sort of damage it does. Didn't get any crits, so that was a bit meh. You know what? I'm going to actually do that. I'm going to just go straight up Thing, and because that's going to take too long. Let's just do that. Let's go full on Thing, and needs Hela and somebody else. I'm trying to remember who this is. First of all, let's get. Where is the champion? Ranked up Airwalker. I might try him later on. I did rank him up recently. There is, I think it's Hela and who is it? Hela and Angela. Let's do this. And it's a case of, I'm sure you kill off all your team. Yeah, that's exactly what you do. So let's go with, who's the best synergy for him? Let's go Human Torch. I'm going to kill off everyone first, and then just rampage through with Thing. You know, why else I did this one? I do have a video on my channel doing this exact strategy. Let's just go with him. I'm just going to go in and quit with every champion, and then go back in with Thing, kill him off. Although he is going to have the indestructible and unstoppable. I forgot the bloody word there. And the reason we're killing everyone off is because of the synergy between Hela and Angela, where you gain 20% of your health back when you die. So that breathing room is very nice when using Thing. Evening, Brendan. All is well. Well, provided I don't get my butt kicked here. Hope you're well too. Right, so we're just going to let Winter Soldier smack into us. Forgot to change my masteries, but it doesn't matter. This is the only thing that's going to be a wee bit frustrating with Thing is he is Sig 200, so it is going to be very much Protection City here. Just going to let him beat into us. Stunned, lost power, that's fine. Pardon me. So basically the plan here is for this champion synergy, we go down, we drop below 1% health, we get indestructible and an unstoppable passive on us, and just let Winter Soldier hit into us. Hopefully he's going to do... Right, that's enough. So we get 6 passive Furies now. And the damage should be pretty decent. Well, we're not critting at all. Which is a wee bit annoying, but... oh well. So we're at 45. Oh, that was a nice... that's a big medium there for 17k. We're not even at maximum Furies yet. So we're going to bait this out, parry this, and then launch the SB3. This should do some pretty decent damage. Hopefully. Not quite Colossus level, but it still is going to be a decent amount. 60k SB3. Got the additional Fury, so it's just clobber into him. Lovely. 23k heavy. This is some nice damage now. This is kind of just the method we do for the whole run now. I'm finished with a nice 33 first part of the SP2. Lovely. No potion though. Damn. I think someone pops in just now and sees me wrecked after Winter Soldier with all these champions. They're going to think I'm an absolute scrub. Same again, just let it hit us. Protection is up. A bit annoying when that does happen when you're just trying to do this. But, you know, if it wasn't for that, then a lot quicker. Just need to watch out she doesn't hit us too much. Uh-oh. Okay, we're going to launch a special 3, get out of this corner. 25% health, so we're doing okay. For health wise, that is. It's a nice hit. Hopefully this does some decent damage. Nice. Double unstoppable now. Just not getting the crits tonight. Until now. There we go. Lovely. Does hit like an absolute train when he does have these up. 41. Nice. No stun though. It would have been nice just to keep the tempo up. See, when you do get pretty low on health, it does make the subsequent fights a lot quicker. Ball up in the bin. Great. Okay, there's our first portion of this run. Yeah, George, it is so much quicker after the first fight. Mostly because the protection just kicks in, and you know you're waiting for them to kick you in, and they're doing no damage. Come on, Juggernaut, keep hitting us. He's going to launch his SB1 soon. There we go. Come on, Juggy, keep hitting us. Surviving on this tiny bit of health. We only got 5 that time of the passive Fury, so we're not going to hit as hard as we did in previous fights, but we still should hit fairly hard. I am from Scotland, Brendan. I'm from Glasgow, in Scotland. And thank you. Anyone that tunes in does seem to comment on my accent. I'd never thought it was particularly strong. I guess if you're not from here, then it does sound a bit strong. Sweet spot is really like 6 to 7 Furies, or the passive ones that we get from the champion synergy. It just makes our damage just so much bigger. Okay, we've got 20 Furies. Let's just go. This is now going to be a battle of the Unstoppables. We should be unstoppable from this SP3 and then launch them into Oblivion. You do get a nice extra passive Fury from... Actually, I forgot that you can nullify stuff after the SP3, and when the blue icon is up, man, it's been so long since I played a thing. I'm sure he must be a really good rank 3 6-star champion. Okay, so let's just finish off Juggernaut. He is probably the most annoying one we're going to face on this path. Well, maybe Wolverine, but maybe Wolverine will be a bit more annoying just with regen. Actually, not 100% sure I'm going to counter that. It's been that long since I've played Thing. I do like how there's no medium unstoppable in Rhino in Realm of Legends. It just makes the tempo just quicker. What am I doing? I'm just playing normal now. I have to let him kill me. That was a bit of a silly move. I'm just going back into autopilot there. Okay, now he's going to... Come on, keep hitting us. 1, 2, 3... There we go. Let's launch this. And just keep pounding into him now. So you get a decent rhythm going with Thing. Once you're in this post-first fight mode. Just keep smacking them. I do wish Thing's crit rate was a wee bit higher, because that would be really fun. Seeing those big yellow numbers. Only got 26 of the basic Furies. We're not hitting as hard as we could. 12 of rock stacks. We need 20 to do another SP3 to get that second Fury up. There we go. This should add on to our and also other Fury count. That was a decent special 3. What was that? 50,000. Not bad at all. Let's keep pounding them. That's a bit of odd phrasing, I just did it. $83,000 that second. That lovely jubbly. It was a wee bit longer than previous fights, but that's a lot because I was smacking into him like an idiot. Let's go, Thing. So that was another potion, so what's that, 10? 10 of 40? I've just parried again. You know, that rhythm. So, yeah, I wanted to get 40 tonight. That would be a nice number. Because then it does take a wee bit of time to go through each run in Realm of Legends. I think if you're doing a speed... So we got a 8 there. Luckily that stun ran out. I need to remember to change over my mashes after this, or else it'll be... Well, it could be a bit of pain later on when I start using 4 stars, because I do intend to do that. Jeez, that was a 21k medium there. That's not bad at all. I'm just blocking specials because I ideally want to be as low health as possible for the next fight. If I am, then that is just... It just makes things so much simpler, you know, going forward. The autopilot again there. Okay, so coming out of this special 3, we should be able to kill her now. think we'll hit pretty hard here. $63,000. Not bad. And she's down. How many hits was that? 51 hits. That's really not bad at all. But I do feel the pace of this run is so much slower than Colossus. Yeah, he's just a rank above this thing, but you know, he also just hits harder in general. Come on, Vision. Thank you. Keep going. Keep hitting us. Come on, let's get those. There we go. 7 passive furies. Lovely. I think I'm going to launch this special 2 just to store those furies up. What was that, an 80,000? Special 2. That is really not bad at all. 19k mediums. Yeah, I'll take that any day of the week. I think it was Rich the Man posted a video on Twitter of his CGR doing 60k mediums, which is really not bad at all. A bit gutted myself that I missed out on CGR on the last featured. Well, this one has got me intrigued. There is a lot of champions in it that really are intriguing me. The big one is I want Jubilee. I think she's been slept on, and I would love to get her and showcase just see how good I think she can be. You know, I could be wrong. She might be terrible. Never know. But I would like to test her out. Another one I would like is Strife, but he does need duped. Much like Aegon does. That would be fun to play around with if I got him duped. I do. Who else was it? There was one other one I really like to have. Oh, Immortal Abomination. He was the other one I wanted. Well, he looks like a lot of fun. Okay, we're in a wee bit of trouble here. It's always a problem with having no points in limber. If you do get stunned here doing this method, you could be in a little bit of trouble. Let's just swing at this big old special 3. Let him do his SP2. And come on, thing, don't die on me. Play this fight a little bit safer. Let's just get our runs here. Surprised he's not thrown his special 2 yet. Should do it now, surely. There we go. Get stunned? No, didn't get lucky enough for the stun. We're still hitting like an absolute hammer here, so that's not to be sniffed at. We do have 6% health though, so one mistake and we're dead and the run is over. Let's go, thing. There we go. Next up, Scarlet Witch. This one's kind of worrying me because of the poison. You know, after we come out of the whole indestructible phase, it could get a little bit dodgy. But we shouldn't be, hopefully, in too much trouble. There we go. In the indestructible phase. Let's go. Come on, hit it. Keep hitting us. She must have nullified my my unstoppable there. That was not a bad SP2. That's good, not bad. Maybe the good thing here is that we don't crit very often. Just things natural low crit rate means she won't be activating her SIG ability too often. Just dodge this. And there's the poison. Luckily we have more health than it actually can deal, so that's alright. This is not going to be a big one, I don't think. Yeah, it's not. Mostly because she had an armour up. Right, I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to deal with Wolverine in all honesty. But let's have a wee try. You can do it. I think it's the SP2 I do, just for the stagger, but I have to just play around with some things. Right, protection, go away. It's fine. Also the problem getting that stun, because I forgot to take it off again. Okay, we're indestructible now. Keep hitting us into, come on Wolverine. Right, we got 7. Let's launch this to get out the corner, and hopefully we'll do some decent damage. And he doesn't get that stupid regen. Oh, there it is. Oh, this is going to be a problem. I can just tell. So I think we have to use the SP2 from here on in. Just to get the stagger up. Stop that regen. Parry off. Come on. Go again. Thank you. Right. Got the stagger. Takes away that regen. Lovely. Holy crap, that was a big one. Maybe I should have run Mr. Fantastic. I don't know if I can do this or not. Let's go thing. I can't remember how I did it last time, because I have beaten him. How did I do it? Evening Monk, hope you're well. Thank you for joining the stream. You're seeing me struggling on Wolverine at the moment. Let's go. RNG in our favour there. Uh oh. Big special 2. That was decent. Didn't get a stagger though. And we get killed by an SP2. Well, that was an alright run. We get 4 potions. Just gonna roll my sleeves up. Get a bit warm in this room. Window is open. Well, not very often we say that in Scotland. It's warm. I'm not going to revive because that's just pointless. So let's just go with another team. That was a valiant effort from Thing, but ultimately failed. Damn. Okay, so I think we'll go with the original idea of the Fantastic Four and Dragon Man. I want to showcase Invisible Woman against Wolverine. But first I'm going to just quickly change my masteries, because that was getting annoying. Just getting stunned all the time for days on end. Here you'll see my in-season mastery setup. It doesn't change much in off-season, but there's just a wee bit of things I do differently. Theatre Encourage. 1 in less precision. And 1 in lesser cruelty. 5 out of 5 in precision. Definitely need to start doing arena more, because for the last couple of months I have been under 1,000 units for pretty much the entire time I play the game. I wish there was an easier way to get units. than just in the arena. Oh, I'm too warm now. This jacket's coming off. It was cold earlier. Okay, let's go. That should be enough there. Add 5 and 5 in limber. I normally always run 5 out of 5 in limber. It does help, especially in war, where you want not only defenders, but along with, if you get parried, you know, by a defender, then there's a good chance that you can survive. What were my missing points? Oh, there's 3 there. Otherwise I got 2. Well, that's a neighbour's dog going mental. And I always put 1 extra in greater strength, and that's my mastery setup. Who needs a mastery build here? So I've got that as well, if anyone's interested in seeing it. And proficiency is 3, 3 to 3 MD, and 5 to 5 limber. That's big things. Let's get back to potion grinding. So let's use Fantastic 14. Tweak something here, a wee second the settings. There we go. Right, who do I want to use? Where is Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic? There we go. Go to that team. I'm going to start off with Dragon Man on Winter Soldier. And for most of the fights I'm probably going to use Dragon Man. It's a lot of fun. Normally when I use Dragon Man, I do tend to bring in Diablo for the extra synergy for the SP3, where you get an extra power gain. Big choke slam. I do love that animation. Let's go Dragon Man. I do have a guide coming out for Dragon Man very soon. I'm just putting the finishing edits onto it. Anyone is looking for that sort of thing, then that'll be in the next couple of days. It's one of the guides that I've got planned. Do have a bunch in the works. Trying to do more guides nowadays than just straight up fights. I find it more fun, not only for myself to do, but I think they're just, you know, getting a guide out. It's nice to show people various champions how they work. I do like that, you know, that helping aspect. Even from a editing point of view, it's good. See, I am enjoying the editing side of things right now, as opposed to just straight up playing. It's kind of the big things that I'm loving just now. Let's go Dragon Man. I do have a rank 3 and a rank 5-star Dragon Man. I did rank up for defense as a 5-star and then pulled the 6-star and did the exact same thing. 0 regrets. It's just funny having both. Lock this SP2. It's just end up killing him. Hopefully soon. Choke slam, nearly done. He's not as quick as, say, Colossus or anything like that, but it's just trying to have some fun with different champions. It's always I find it a bit boring sometimes just to play the same champions all the time. Just change this song. Yeah, I like that one. Okay, so that's potion number 12-ish, I think. Switch over to Human Torch now. Medium, like medium. I am also going to bring out a Human Torch guide. I just feel like he's one champion that still this week some wee intricacies to him that not everyone knows about. Like I was chatting to a friend today and they didn't even know he had a power sting on him when he has Nova Flame. And it's actually a pretty strong power sting. You know, as you got like Yellow Jackets, who's it's probably about the same. You know, he is a champion that relies on that power sting, whereas Human Torch isn't. So it's just a nice added bonus. I think I'm going to use pre-fight on Juggernaut just to get it down quicker, because I do hate Juggernaut. Just block this and build up the smolder charges. Medium, like medium again. Keep the temperature up, there we go. Nova back up. It's doing some pretty decent damage. Get temperature back up. Medium, like medium, keep Nova up. And she's dropping pretty quickly. Okay, not as quick as Colossus, but she's still going down. And we are not. That's the main thing. Let's get temperature back up. There we go. Nova Flame again. 11 Novas. Smolders even. 12. Going not bad there, really. Nova Flame back up again. And Captain Marvel drops. That's pretty painless. Didn't get a potion though, so that's a wee bit annoying. I do wish that it was potions on every fight. Right, so I'm going to use Nova Flame here. And let's go. It's not like I need it for anything else on this run. There's no Incinerate Moon champions, so that's fine. I think the next run I do, I'm going to bring back Colossus and bring in Apocalypse and go. Oops! Oh, that's stun time. Just so much quicker. I think I'm just going to go, you know, full on Apocalypse team. I do like using him, so I'm going to use him next. He can easily solo Wolverine just by himself. There's no issues there. Did a video of that in the past. With the concussion and everything and the poison damage that reduces healing, it is a pretty solid way to kill Wolverine. You know, one champion I've actually not tried on that particular fight is Yellow Jacket yet. So I may bring him in for one of the runs later on, you know, when I'm using someone else. I think after that run, the next one. Oops. You're gonna die from this. I think I will just go full on Guardian. Again, it's a champion that I just love using. Well, I think someone's shouting me from downstairs. It'll be 2 seconds. I'm just gonna hit the be right back. Sorry about that. Yeah, someone was calling me. It's alright. Yeah, right. It's not really a good option here, but I think Human Torch is going to be the quickest. Maybe if we get lucky, we'll get a pre-fight back for a fight later on. Sometimes forget that you can't charge straight to 20 temperature with your torch. It does catch me on the odd occasion. Sneaky. The AI is definitely got smarter nowadays than when I first started playing back in 2016. Definitely more annoying as well. Just keep pounding into this rhino. I was going to get my SP3 there, but you know, got another flame instead, so that is fine. Let's get 20 temperature back and get Nova Flame again. I think I'll just hold my special 3 for a wee second. That distance, that's fine. Let's just go again with the SP3 and get Nova back up. This is definitely not the ideal matchup for Human Torch. Medium light medium. The reason I'm doing medium light medium for Torch is even when I'm out of Nova Flame, his first medium, his first light and his last medium place either a Nova Flame or an Incinerate on the defender, so it's just the optimal rotation for Torch, which an ex-Alliance mate told me about. I actually didn't know about it until someone mentioned it on what video, it was a video I posted. I think it was Human Torch versus Darkhawk in the Abyss. Just thought this is about 7 months ago I did that video, and I didn't know about that, so nice wee tidbit. And it's definitely helped across the game with Torch, especially in Abyss when I was using him there. Right, drop Rhino, there we go. Getting unlucky with the potions, man. It's just not proccing. Okay. Torch again, we can block specials and build up Smolders. She is energy base for those special attacks. Thought of distance there. It's always annoying when you get that stun right at the end of a combo, so they end up doing a double combo. Wasn't ready to buy that, so let's just back off. Got the temperature a little bit, and we're now up 20. Let's go. That's now 3 Smolders. We built an SP3. We've got a pre-fight back, I just noticed. That's awesome. I will activate that again on Scarlet Witch, and that fight will be super quick. Quite a cool animation for the SP3. One of the better SP3s. Some that are pretty boring, you know, Howard the Ducks is pretty awful in terms of animations. Especially when you're fighting against them, you know, it's just not a cool one to watch. I don't like Rocket's animation. That one it's just not a cool animation, I don't think. Let's go, come on Torch. Not really doing that great damage. Tell you what, I just show you how powerful that Colossus is when you saw the first run compared to this one. It's just completely different. Looking forward to bringing them back and just storming through Legends? Realm of Legends. Can't speak today. That Wasp video I put up earlier on. Oh crap! Right, enough talking and back. Let's focus. Jeez, that was a big one. Nova. She's probably going to launch that. Yep, there we go. Got to evade that time. That was a big special too she did. What was I saying? Oh, when I was recording the audio for the Wasp video I put up earlier on, I think I must have redid the audio about 12 times because I just kept messing up just words. It was a bit of a frustrating day. I'm just going to hopefully block. He's going to throw this SP1. Nope. Oh well. I kind of want to block the SP1 to gain smolder charges. Where it's energy based, it does help. Just top it up and make him go faster. This is one of the more annoying fights. It's quite an annoying fight, you know, regardless who you're using actually, just because of his immunities. It's a wee bit frustrating. Actually, I was just thinking there, I might swap out team from Colossus I was going to use next and go with the Domino Trio. I want to test Massacre on Wolverine and just see if his debuffs can control the regen or not. I think they can. I've got a rank 3 5-star and I would like to test that. Let's get Nova back and finish this vision off. And just not die. Because that would be annoying. Use your special one. There we go, thank you. Let's give me another smolder charge. Oops, that was not what I meant to do. Dodge that one, at least. Get my temperature back up. Let's go, Torch. Don't die on me. I really don't want to use someone else. Oh, bollocks, I'm dead. There is absolutely no way I'm surviving this. Oh, he stopped hitting me. Thank you. Change this song. This one's a wee bit weird. I am playing. Don't know. I honestly don't know how it is playing it on the stream. I'm like I said earlier. I am new to actually using music in my stream. I don't know here if it's playing, but if it is, let me know if it's too loud or not. If it's all right, then fantastic. Look at the dragon man. At least he can't bleed me. I actually forgot I had Dragon Man, so I was thinking this might be a bust. Let's go. I do wish his damage was slightly higher, you know, maybe 50% higher than it is, because that would be awesome. I just think he's just a wee bit underpowered right now. But he's still a phenomenal champion. I do like when he's unstoppable and you can just go ham and not worry about your health. Giant headbutt. Whoever designed that SP2 must have been having a lot of fun. It's just such a silly animation, but it's absolutely glorious. It's doing not bad damage now with the Furies. The build back to an SB3 just to keep those power gains up. I'm doing alright. He's hitting pretty well. With 50 hits in, he's at 59%. It's not bad. Should be a little bit higher, if I'm being 100% honest. Seeing as he is a rank 3 6-star. Let's just do this. Get your bust going. I'm gonna do that. That's fine. I'm going to try and use the heavy more when he gets 6 incinerates just for that extra burst damage. Let's go, Dragon Man. Okay, so he's got 6 now. Back up and heavy. Boom. That's a nice wee burst there. Back to the special 3 now. We're doing alright. Just such a cool animation, that. I do appreciate a good animation. Morningstar's Special 2 is probably my favourite one to throw, because it's just, I'm a big fan of like laser beams, so that is, it's probably my favourite one. Boom, he is down. Nice. Now time for Nova Flame. Let's not die. What is this song I'm playing? That's better. Let's go with that. Right, Torch, you're up. This should be like 50 hits most. Medium, like medium. Hey, maybe I'm lucky. We'll get some healing going. From her putting DOS on us. Oh, there's a poison, never mind. And you got blocked. Lovely. It's not enough to kill us. I was just kind of hoping to get some more free healing. Look at those Novas, man. She is melting. Lovely. 42 hits. Scarlet Witch is in the bin. Right, now it's time for the fight that I was actually looking forward to. Invisible Woman versus Wolverine. I know I'm not insane. This is actually a pretty good matchup here. So with the Mr. Fantastic synergy, she has was it 85% chance to keep her invisibility when you parry. So it just makes it more viable. Still not great, but I don't know why they just didn't have it as a 100% chance to keep it. I don't see that as a problem, especially when it's so hard to keep up these invulnerabilities. So the aim of the game here is build up as close to 50 as I can while throwing only SB3s. It's mainly because the more damage she does with the debuffs on the bigger the SB2 is going to be when I hit it, but also she gains more potency from the damage of her SB2 with more force field charges, and you gain that via the SB3. Let's risk this. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Get the RNG on our side. We need to concentrate this fight just so I don't get hit in the block, because if I do, then that is goodbye invulnerabilities. But he is now His healing is now non-existent. Do you know who I should have brought? I should have brought Psycho Man, because he gives Invisible Woman the chance to gain invulnerabilities on her basic hits rather than just on her evades here. And that would have been nice. It's actually a pretty good synergy. Pity that Psycho Man is not a good champion. What content am I farming pots for? I have actually done everything. I've done 7.1, Abyss and everything. It's actually just for videos I've got planned. Uh-oh, I'm going to lose this. No, I'm alright. That's a bit lucky, RNG on our side. So I'm planning on going into Abyss to do... I've got some fights I want to try out with certain champions. And I am not a She-Hulk master like MSD is. So it takes, you know, it takes a couple of potions to get through that fight, Luke Cage. So it's mainly for that. And I've lost half of my invulnerabilities because I blocked. Oh crap, done it again. This is the annoying thing about Invisible Woman that I am going to touch on in my buff concept video that I'm working on at the moment. That I'm going to talk about her and ways I would like to see her buffed. I am thinking of doing a full Abyss run after July 4th. I do want to get back in there and just have some fun. I felt that some of the paths, I might even do all the paths again. Because there was some fights that, while I was in there originally, it was, you know, I absolutely messed some of the fights up. The big one that I would like to try again is Gladiator Hulk. I messed that fight up royally when I did it. It was, whether it was tiredness, nerves, yeah, probably a combination. I did 3 paths in 3 days back when the gifting was on. It's not the smartest idea. Oh bollocks! Let's just go for it. Yeah, big fury up. Right, Wolverine, hit my block. Let's get the spare going here. That was not a bad SP2 anyway. We may see 7.2 by then, yeah. That's why I'm sort of holding off going back in again. But I do have revives in the overflow now, so I'm going to do the videos that I would like to try. It's not ones that are miles into the Abyss. I want to do Colossus versus Quake. That is one of the fights that I want to try. This fight is going way too long, by the way. I'm definitely going to switch around to someone quicker next time. This didn't really go as planned, but that's more because I blocked a hit. This is the showcase of why Invisible Woman needs buffed. And I did it again. Because he missed, I lose everything. I wish it was, rather than on the block, that she lost the invisibility if she actually got hit. That would be so much... Oh, I've done it again. Crap. You know what? This is not going to work. This is going to take forever. Let's just go back in with Torch with the pre-fight. Do that and let's go. I believe next month we should have V7. Really? Variant 7? I must have missed that. That is awesome if that happens. Although, that being said, I hope it's not just T5 basics again that the rewards are based around, because I haven't even 100% variant 6 yet because of that. I always have 10 T5 basics and barely any T2 alphas, so I'm always got some in the overflow. It's also a big reason why I'm going to be ranking up Wasp as a 6-star, mainly just to use up the T5 basic. Also, she's absolutely phenomenal, and she is on the list of videos that I am planning on doing. 1 in the Abyss and 2 in Labyrinth of Legends. It's something I want to test. I still have an abundant... Oh, hello. Look at that heel reversal. That is tasty. I do like when he's above 2 bars of power and he's got a regen buff and it just melts him. There we go. He's in the bin. Right, I'm going to jump out this one now and get back into Colossus gameplay. Like I say, I hope that variant 7, the rewards are tweaked a little bit. There's more T2 alpha, not just all on T5 basics, because a lot of the players now are struggling to get rid of them, and either expiring or having to rank up champions that are not great. You know what I'm going to do? Sabretooth. Just when I saw him there. This is actually going to be an interesting lineup. We're going to make him a horseman and see just how he does. It's been a while since I've done this sort of thing. Right, so I need Sasquatch, and Omega Red is the other one that I need. Where is Sasquatch? Where the heck is he? Come somewhere. There he is. Sabretooth hits like an absolute train in this content. It's a lot of fun when you build him up. Yeah, what I was saying there was about the variants. It's a lot around old stuff, and you know, especially with 6-stars now, you know, we can't use the gems and that on them, so it's a bit frustrating. It's not even high tier alliances now. It's starting to get, you know, it's starting to filter down. Not just, you know, tier 1, tier 2, master and platinum 1 alliances. We do have, there's a shortage like overall. See, if they started doing it now where there was more T5 basics and they were about to release the materials for rank 4s, it would make more sense, because I believe in a rank 4 rank up there is no T2 alpha, so that would kind of make sense if they were doing it that way, but it's not the case. So you know, I don't see the reason for having so little T2 alpha unless it's just purely to get people to buy stuff, which is, you know, a bit of a frustrating way to do things if that is the case. Man, the fuck was just absolutely rinsing this Winter Soldier. Nice stun, just reset these now. There we go, lovely. I can't wait to get a rank 3 Apocalypse. He is absolutely going to be my next rank up for mutants. He's just so much fun, one of my favourite champions, and he just hits like a hammer. His damage is still underrated, which is kind of surprising. But with Suicides and rank 3, along with the Strife synergy, man, his damage is just ridiculous. I have applied for the CCP beta. If I do get in there, that would be amazing. I could do so many more videos on various weird and wonderful matchups. Just kind of expensive just now, but I wish I was in the CCP beta when Strife came out, because pairing him with Apocalypse just to see what sort of damage that increase does in Abyss fights would be really cool to do. He's on my list of champions to get from the new featured 6-star. I'm not going to go for the 5-star when that comes out until I get Red Guardian from the 5-stars. That is because I have a rank 2 Abomination, and I really want to go into at 6 and at 7 with, let's just make this him a horseman before I forget, with Abomination using the Red Guardian synergy. There's a couple of videos that I would love to do with Abomination, and that would be a lot of fun. But I don't have Red Guardian as a 5-star, so I can't do that, which is a bit frustrating. Yeah, I'm just going to taunt her out, change that Fury over to a passive. I need to remember to turn my to use my SP3 to get the extra persistent charge, so I don't lose all my damage. That's kind of one of these ones that I don't have to do every fight. I can do it if I want to, but the rotation of using SP2s now is just it's more damage doing that way. Hopefully let that one expire. Okay, so that 4 Furies now. We really see the big damage when it's up at sort of 13 plus. It should be around about Rhino. Should be up there. This has got our maximum from this fight. Nice. So it's now time to just keep hitting into her. And I'll kill her with the SP3 just to get the charge. And we should be laughing. These first couple of fights with Sabretooth are a bit slower, but once we get into the swing of things and some more Furies, he does hit like a hammer. It was a good idea that Kabam nerfed the synergy with Sasquatch. I think him getting 100 Furies and clearing fights so quickly was too much. It was just opening a can of worms that later down the line might have caused problems. Although that being said, the Hela situation right now, where she is ridiculously powerful with Odin synergy, is kind of the same situation, and I would fully expect Kabam to do something similar. I don't think Hela should hit that hard. It just causes more problems later on. Also, it's having her come out now with that sort of damage and just rinsing Abyss of Legends in 40 revive or something, I think it was Brian Grant did it in, is a little bit mental. Especially when people have done it previously, spending upwards of 3,000 to 6,000 units and needing Aegon to keep the cost down. Let's go Sabretooth, we're nearly there. This first fight is a bit slow. Although I did think it would be over quicker than now, but the next one, when we start ramping up the damage, and it should be a lot quicker. Maybe I should just use Apocalypse straight up. That is for the next one. Oh, it's getting stiff. So I forgot to use the SP3. Oh well. It's not the biggest deal. We've got 3 persistent charges. I just need to make sure I do it at least twice throughout this run. So we get 7 now. So that's nice. So we should start hitting a lot harder. We should be seeing some nice attack coming up pretty soon. Lovely 9k medium there. Now the damage is ramping up. Our next Fury, is it no, it's 8, sorry, it's 8. Nope. That's another big thing about being a horseman is nice. If you do get hit, you do have that one unstoppable. I wish it wasn't a timer. If it was like a 60-second timer and you go back to being unstoppable, that would be pretty cool. Okay, we're at 9 now. Nearly there with the Furies. It would be cool if you could get them all in the one fight. That would be amazing for longer fights. I think in this one we can get 11 because we started off with an extra one. Yeah, there we go. Got the max. Now we just need to kill him and not die. That unstoppable, it just ruins the tempo of this fight. It is my least favourite mechanic. Oh, I thought I pressed the SP2 there. I think I'll use this opportunity to launch this, get an persistent charge so we don't have to worry about losing anything. This fight is just going so much quicker, and the Wolverine fight that we are going to be taking on soon should be a lot of fun. Just some pretty nice damage. Just run away from this. I definitely parried there, yeah. Monkey. Was that 41k? That is not bad at all. He is... Man, he's melting from those bleeds. I do like that the Omega Red Synergy gives him those extra chance to bleed off his basic hits, so it's not just on the specials. I'm tempted to try Sabretooth with the Sasquatch Synergy in Act 6 against Medusa. Change this song. It's better. So that's 2 potions. So I think we've got 20. I think. We've been a bit unlucky, so I think I'm going to go one more run through and then call it a night, because we're starting to get a wee bit late here and I've still got so much work to do. But I'm having a bit of fun. And that is the main thing, that's why we play games. Come on, Rhino. We go 13 now. This is going to be where we start seeing some big damage. Nice 7k medium. Yeah, this is going well. This is going a lot better now. This is good. You can just feel that it's just so much faster. And just hitting so much harder as well. Now that we do have those extra furies. And now any extra furies on top of this, it does really add up. Let's get some crits here, come on. Didn't get the crits. It's really the last hit you want to see him critting to get massive damage, but that was a 1000 a tick bleed, which is not to be sniffed at. Let's go Sabretooth. I do have a 6-star Sabretooth. And see if I do get in the beta, there's just so many ideas that I've got in my head right now that I would love to test out, but I don't have the rank up resources to do them. Like 6-star Sabretooth would be a fun rank up to do. Not the most practical on my account, but using the beta to see how he would perform at higher levels would be really cool. Okay, so now we're in the territory now of he should be hitting a lot harder. I need to remember to do the SP3 thing. I don't think I gained a fury there. You keep an eye on that. Yeah, I don't think I did actually. I was definitely at 15. With the Sasquatch Synergy, I should be gaining another one. Just launch this. Crit? Nah, no crits. Let's try not to get hit by this SP2 again. That was not fun with Human Torch. You need to get to an SP2, SP3 even very soon. Oh, took my eye off the game for a second and I got hit. Thankfully for that, Unstoppable was there to save my bacon. He's still hitting pretty hard. I'm 100% sure that I should have got an extra Fury there, but I didn't, so that's a wee bit frustrating. I might be bugged. There's a few bugs. I'll have to do some testing, I think. Let's keep going, Sabretooth. Keep the tempo up. She's getting nice bleeds here. You know, 500 a tick is not bad at all. Should get a few off this SB2. That's some nice damage. There we go. Boom. Another potion. Hello, Belboo. How are you tonight? I could join the stream. Okay, this is going to be a bit of an annoying fight just because I can't bleed him. This is going to be one of the... It's probably going to be the longest one actually. Right, so we did get an extra Fury there. We got 16. Sure, I was at 15 before the last fight, so maybe there is a bug. You know, I wouldn't put it past Kabam to have a bug in the game at the moment. Seems to be new ones every single month. Normally revolving around persistent chat. Of course, revolving around persistent charge. And that's exactly what this is. Right, we need to get the SP3 off here before I forget and lose all my damage. So that would be an absolute nightmare going into Wolverine fight with no Furies. I'm not really getting the crits tonight. I am looking forward to going back to Colossus for my final run and turning him into a horseman. No crit there, but that was a 30k SP2, which is not bad at all. I wonder what it would be if it crits. I can't actually remember. I have used him quite a bit recently, and don't always pay attention to the damage. Let's go, Sabretooth. Yeah, I think we're going to switch back to Colossus after this run. It's just so much quicker. Like, it's just night and day. 54,000 on SP2. Lovely. That's exactly what you want to see. He's not hitting as high as I would have liked or hoped for. I'm a wee bit disappointed actually. I may just get to Wolverine, try and kill him, and then just bring back in Colossus. Okay, so we got the extra charge though, at least. Okay, that's at least something to write home about. The damage is not bad now. I can use your special. I can use mine. I sometimes get caught by the SP2 on Black Panther. I'm doing Realm of Legends runs, so I'm just always wary about him throwing it when I'm right up in his face in the corner. That was a big old SP2 there. This is going a lot better. This is almost half the hits, but that is probably down to the fact that we can place bleeds on Black Panther, whereas we couldn't do that on Vision. Some nice crits though. Nice. And we've got a potion. Potions are starting to pick up now. That's always good. We did go through a wee phase of not getting any, which was frustrating. Let's go Sabretooth. So we've got 18 now, but our damage is a little bit gimp because of her debuffs. Heal block again. Get them on, Scarlet Witch. Stop putting heal block on me. Oh crap. I did that way too early. We should be okay. Oh, there's a poison. Just don't heal block me. Please. Wallop. Whoops. I got distracted by his roar. Hopefully we get a big SP2 here. 64,000. Lovely. Which I think is the same amount as we got on the previous fight with one less fury, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to watch the playback at some point just to see that damage. Let's go Sabretooth. Can we get past Wolverine? He stopped us twice tonight. We do have 19 Furies up. Let's go. I am questioning if I can out-damage us. I'm not 100% sure. I do have 3 out of 3 on Despair. I might have to resort to SP1s. That was nice. Just to get the debuffs on. See, this is going pretty well. Actually doing not bad, but we do need to keep up the tempo, keep the debuffs up. Block that. Too slow on the evade. Come on, big hit. That was nice. Come on, let's kill him. There we go. Boom. Sabretooth for the win. 72 hits. 2 more in this, and then it's back to Colossus as a horseman, which I am definitely looking forward to. It's going to be a big change of pace. Thank you for doing damage to yourself. Where did the damage go? Did I forget? Nah, stuff this. I forgot to do the SP3 thing, so I lost all my damage. Oh, my nugget. Oh well. Colossus time. I did forget that. Oh, duh. Let's get rid of you. Oh, that's exactly what I wanted actually. Where is Omega Red? So I've got Apocalypse, Mr. Sinister, Colossus. I want Emma Frost. The power gain is very handy. Let me just double check, see how many potions I've got. Sup Simula, how you doing? Welcome to my potion farming stream. So I've got 32. And a bunch in the overflow. That's fine. I started with 7 today, so that means I've got a fair good chunk. Let's claim this quickly. I see it sitting there. Do I have the daily to get? I do. Let's get that. I think I'm going to hold off now from opening them and do a big opening, probably about 100 days, try and get 100 and see about the drop rates, because at the moment I am drowning in T5 basics, so that is what I'm trying to avoid. Let's go Apocalypse. I think after this fight, definitely turn into a Colossus into Horseman and just continue with him for the next couple of runs and then call it a night. The difference is, we'll see in a minute, just how quick Colossus is compared to what I've been doing over the last 104 minutes. So we just need to get through this fight, get that 4th charge on us, and we are laughing. I'm farming, yes, for Abyss, but not because I need to. I've 100% completed Abyss. It's for the content. I've got a couple of ideas that I want to do. I want to test out in Abyss, and I am not an MSD, so I can't get through Luke Cage, like soloing him. So I need some revives and potions for that. I've got a couple of ideas I just want to test out, so that's kind of the big thing I want to do. All for the content. I am planning on doing a full Abyss run again, probably in a month or two. Maybe after July 4th, maybe before. I'm not 100% certain, but I would like to go back in and do a full run now that I've done every path. That I feel way more comfortable doing Abyss. I think I could perform a lot better than I did on my original paths. I'd like to do the easy path again, because that, when I did that path, I didn't have an Aegon. I only had like rank 5 stars, whereas now I've got a rank 3 Aegon, I've got a rank 3 Torch, I've got a 6-star Doom that's going to be up to, I've got an Osman here, who's going up to rank 3 hopefully soon. I'm still a wee bit away from getting the T5cc, but that'd be cool to get him up to rank 3 as well. I would also like to try someone else maybe than Doom for the easy path, like, you know, mystic wise, because I used Doom on my original run, and I think that I would love to try a Morningstar against, you know, like Venom the Duck, even Hyperion. It would be a lot of fun to try her on them. With Morningstar being in this current featured crystal, it would be, I would love to get her, man. Getting her on the live server would be phenomenal. She's one of my favourite champions. She's my 2nd ever rank 5 star. I got her back when Blade dropped, actually. It was in the Blade crystals that I pulled her. I didn't get Blade. It took me till last year to get Blade. He is sitting at rank 4, but you know, it took all that time to get him, and yeah, it was just, at first I was really disappointed, and then after seeing some videos up by Yeet, and then seeing some other stuff from Alliance mates in 3 Loki, I realised that how good she was. I ended up ranking her up for map 6 at the time. It was just, we're talking 2017, I think. I think that's the date of it, and yeah, it was just, she served me so well over the years. Still use it to this day, still top option for so many things. So that's kind of the plan of action going forward. There's a lot of creators at the moment who are doing great Abyss stuff. You know, MSD is just, he's loving Abyss. He's done 30 Luke Cage solos now, which I just think is absolutely astounding. One, because that fight sucks balls, but also just to be able to solo that many times so consistently is so impressive. And hats off to him for doing that, you know, and getting to the stage of being comfortable enough to solo that fight consistently. I think that fight cost me 7 revives a run with Aegon, I just wasn't used to the timing and everything. It was just one of my least favourite fights. Although Gladiator Hulk is one of the fights I really want to do again, because I messed that one up so badly when I did it originally. I used Human Torch for the first bit, that went well. Used my rank 3 Human Torch, and then when we got to the last, was it 25%? He stops regen and he's heal blocked and all that. And yeah, it was just, at that point I was playing poorly. I might have been tired. This was day 2 of three paths in 3 days, and I kept getting slapped by the SB1 with Nick Fury, and eventually I had to turn to Human Torch just for the extra life, and just in general he was just so much better. So I would like to try that one again and redeem myself. Oh, missed the parry right off the bat. There goes my Unstoppable. This fight's going well. But that would be a big thing I want to do. I want to do Colossus versus Havoc. You know, I've got a Sig 200, 6-star, rank 3. I've seen MSD's attempts at that fight, and he can't do it just because he's unduped. I'm 100% sure that Colossus can solo that fight as long as he is duped in high Sig. I think I can do it, but I would need to pretty much bring in a team just for Colossus. If I ever do get into the CCP, I would do so many Abyss runs. I would love to be able to do more, but it's just so expensive. Resources just go down the drain, and I'm not flush with units, so it's just it's one of these things. It's a bit like Labyrinth actually. I've kind of added an aversion to Labyrinth since I'm just presenting it. I only 100% it about maybe a year ago tops, maybe. I was put off by it for so long. I remember doing one path where I had Void and Morningstar as my clearers, and it took me about 3+ hours minimum to get through it, and it was just brutal. And I didn't do one for 2 years, and I actually forgot what paths I had done, where I had left nodes, and I ended up having to do 2 extra runs. I remember I got to what I thought was 100%, and I had 96%. I couldn't figure out where I'd gone wrong. I messaged Kabam, they told me to figure it out myself, and it's basically what the email said. And I had to do a sort of half run. I got to Guillotine, and I had forgot to do not only that fight, but I had forgotten about the corner that she's on. So I had to do 2 extra paths, whereas everyone else was keeping track of it. Did what was it? I think it's 5-6 paths. But that was a bit annoying. But I've got a Labyrinth of Legends fight coming out soon with Guardian. That's going to be a fun one. I've been meaning to do this fight for a very long time, and I think it's going to be fun. I still record it. I am going to go in and probably Saturday go in and do it, and see how it goes, and I'll post it. I'm going to be using my rank 3 Aegon just to fly through the easy path, lovely, and get to the fight. I don't want to see what it is just now. Can I leave it for a wee surprise? Let's see how it goes. But Guardian is one I've been meaning to do some more videos on ever since I did the 1.5 million damage one on it. I loved doing that video. It's one of my best performing videos on the channel. It's got over 6,000 views, which is monstrous for a channel of my size. And it was also just one of the most fun I had making it. It was just a lot of fun to record, to edit, and yeah, it was just amazing. So I want to go and do things like that again. You know, try and see what sort of crazy damage you can get from champions, and while still doing more, I want to do more guides, so that is something I want to do. You know, go into Abyss, go into Labyrinth, do some more fights on. Oof, hey, that's a big kick. You know, do some more fights in those content and see what happens. When I get my rank 3 Apocalypse in the hopefully near future, I plan on taking him in as well. There is a couple of fights I want to do with him in the Abyss, but again I'll need to do some more farming. I'm going to plan on doing a big farm of potions, you know, maybe once a week, and then just to sort of go in and do more content in these big areas, because that needs to parry there. I'm gonna get an SP3, haven't I? Okay, let's just go with this. Don't need to do the Fury, but you know, that's kind of my plan. I want to go into Abyss again. I want to go into Labyrinth and do some more content with lesser used champions, not just go in and have Aegon at rank 3 and, you know, rip them apart with those fights. Oh, that was a big one. And this is so much faster. You know, but those little things, you know, just testing out various champions. It's kind of the whole thing why I started the channel. It was to bring showcase to lesser champions. Like my first ever video, it's absolutely dreadful if I'm being honest, from an editing standpoint and just filming. But I think I even got the title wrong originally. I actually got, it was Modoc's Hotel, I believe that's what I call it. And I think it was Island or something I put in, and it was just it was the wrong event I put in, and that was a bit of a silly mistake. But it was Morningstar was my very first video. I uploaded about 3 years ago. I did some videos on her in Alliance War and when she first came out, and you know, I had no idea about editing, about how to do stuff on YouTube, and it kind of put me off uploading for a couple of years. You know, it's coming up for a year in July will be when I started the channel, and I wish I'd started sooner. You know, one, because I'm loving doing what I'm doing, but also because I think I could be in the CCP beta, which would be awesome. That's kind of been the big aim, was to get accepted by there, and then not just get access to the beta and the new champions, but it could open so many more doors to content that I could do, videos I could do, and that's always been the aim, is to sort of get big enough to get in there. And now I've passed the requirements that Kabam have on the website, so I've applied. Hopefully they'll accept, you know, let us in. You know, anytime I say let us in, I think of the Fiend from the WWE let me in. So that would be something I would love to do in the future. But I've got a plod on just now when I'm not in there and get the new champions and do the guides. I would love to do sort of how to play guides on the new guys. You know, when they come into the contest, you know, show their abilities, show the rotations, show synergies, etc. You know, have those guides with some cool editing. You know, I'm learning new tricks every day in terms of how to edit stuff. You know, using After Effects Premiere Pro as my editing software. I think I'm doing a decent job. Hopefully I am. You know, and do these fun videos, mostly for myself. You know, when I'm editing stuff like the one I did today with Wasp, and I built my new intro, which I hope you guys like. I did the intro myself and I did the outro myself. You know, these little bits of editing has been a big thing about why I started stuff. Everything's done by myself, and I've learned new tricks. You know, trying to make my content better, myself better. Even my gameplay's got better, I feel, since starting it. You know, I'm thinking more about stuff, and it's just, I don't know, having a blast. Although, I've got to say, there's nothing worse than you're super excited for a video as a content creator and it goes down like a lead balloon. Sorry, that was monstrous. That was nearly 140,000. Hi man, Myth Legend. Hope you're well. So just popping in to say that I love you, Jiggly. Thank you. Good to see you, man. Your cable video that you did last night on Electro Luke, that was amazing. I thoroughly enjoyed that fight. It was really good. Showcase. Hadn't thought of that as a possibility to do that fight. So that was awesome. Super quick takedown as well. What did I use? I used Aegon on one of the paths, and it was just brutal. It was not a good idea. With the falter and all that, it wasn't fun. I then used Falcon on my second run. It wasn't the cleanest of fights. I was going to upload that, and then the day I was going to upload it, J-Rock had put up the exact same video as I was going to, and his was much better than mine in terms of gameplay. It was actually really good edited as well, to be honest. It was a really good video, so I'd say not to upload it and just appreciate his video as the YouTube Falcon versus Electro Luke. Oh, there's so much you could do with them though. I tried doing some abyss fights with, you've got a rank 3 cable, you've got Apocalypse. Doing some abyss fights, if you've got some revives there, that would be awesome. Fee was saying to me today when we were talking about some content, he was saying I should be using cable and abyss more and doing some videos. Is that because I'm sure cable could wreck stuff there. Especially at rank 3. Mine's only rank 1. I'm still toying with taking him up using a rank 2 gem. He is phenomenal, but I've been saving that for... I really wanted to get Professor X. That was kind of the big thing from the last featured, and I didn't get him. Sadly, I spent so many 6-star shards, so many units when the crystal was around trying to get him. I've only got a 4-star, and it's not the best return. I would love to get a 5-star or 6-star. 1, because he's phenomenal, but 2, because he has the Cyclops energy, and you know me, I love my Cyclops, and it just makes him so much better. I would love to take Cyclops in to do some Act 6 and Act 7 fights, and you actually have him at a viable level. I saw Karate Mike's video the other day with a rank 3 6-star red Cyclops, and that was a great video. You try to luck with the champion boss, but you get to the last phase. Oh, yeah, I've tried that fight with Ronin, and yeah, the same thing. The regen was just too much. He can nullify. Ronin's got a silent nullify for unstoppable on his special attacks, but I could just never time it right. It's a video I need to accomplish that takedown. It's not the most practical thing in the world, but it's just one of these things I really need to get a takedown with Ronin against a champion, because it's doable. I haven't been able to do it yet, but it's definitely possible. Like I did it on what was it, the Summer Showdown it was called, with the Nameless Thanos and Nameless, oh I thought I'd done there, Nameless what do you call it, oops, I'm playing terrible right now, Nameless Champion. I got the kill on that with Ronin, and it was just all about timing throwing specials when his unstoppable was about to come on, just take rid of the regen. Yeah, I'm saying Ronan. Yes, sorry. It's just my blame my accent. I actually Ronin I don't have a clue about. He is one champion that I just don't know anything about. Remember Dion when he was playing properly? He was a big Ronin fan. The skill Ronin, that is. We should just say that. And I don't have a clue about him. He was always saying, "Oh, he's great." So maybe I have to revisit him and see if he's any good. I think I've got him ranked at rank 2 as a 5-star. Maybe I have to rank 3 him and play around with him. I just ranked up Airwalker the other day from 5-star to rank 3, and he's got some decent damage on him if you play him right. You know, I think he could be actually quite fun. Not the greatest, but I think he could be really fun. Got some decent things he can do. Although I did, let's make Horseman. I did see Slayer of Gods video where Airwalker cannot beat the Grandmaster in his final phase because he can't get his SP3 off without having the, what's it called, Dark Tide. So that's a funny interaction. I think if they tweak Airwalker, he could be absolutely amazing. So you may say got solid utility and damage. Are you meaning Airwalker or Ronin? I'm trying to pronounce this properly now because I don't have a clue in either. So I did manage. Was it a 70k SP2 with a rank 3 5-star Airwalker? So it could be that going about. He does seem decent. He could be a decent champion. Maybe he's been slept on. You know, like Black Widow Deadly Orange has definitely been slept on. You've got some great videos on her. And definitely some more showcases with her. Oof, that was a big kick. Jeez. Ronin, okay. I'll have to look into him. Maybe I'm missing something. Airwalker, go suck it. I know. You need a Dark Tide on before you use SP3. It's absolutely mental, that mechanic. I don't get who designed that. Why put a mechanic on where he needs his Dark Tide in order to use his animation? See, if it was to access, you know, insane amounts of damage, okay, fair enough. Like goes into like a overdrive mode, like Crossbones or something. Then that would be pretty cool. Let's just smack him here. 106,000 to the last fight. Not bad at all. You know, if it was something like that, then I would understand it, but it makes zero sense. You just can't use an SP3. That was just... I've come up with a buff concept for Crossbones, and I'm looking forward to releasing that probably next week. I've done 5 champions. One is Morningstar to buff her, but you already know a reason for buffing her. And it's all to do with the ramp up. If our ramp up was changed, I think people would realise just how good Morningstar actually is. Oops, he's going to hit me in the face. But I've also got some other champions that I want to talk through on that video, where it's just some buff concepts. They're not necessarily champions that need full reworks, but just little tweaks to make them absolutely phenomenal. One I spoke about earlier was Invisible Woman. She's got amazing mechanics, however they're a bit unfeasible at times. You know, if they change the ramp up and the potency of her oh my god, I keep getting hit, her vulnerabilities, then she would be an amazing champion. She's got the potential. It's just need wee tweaks. You've got a good idea as well. Well, make a buff concept video. Love to see that. Absolutely love to see that. They're always fun. do love when people come up with ideas to buff certain champions. Who was it? I was on YouTube the other day and just searching up. I was doing keyword research and I came across somebody called MCOC Journal, who I've never actually heard of. It's a pretty decent side channel, and he's got some buff concept ones from a couple of years ago. It looks like the channel's no longer active, but you know, that sort of idea is kind of something I'm thinking of doing. That was a monster of a special too. Oh, this is just so much faster than earlier. Jesus, that was big. You've got amount of souls. Start with scale single 3, so that would be an amazing idea. I've got something similar, but not quite the same as that. But that's a really good idea. See if you could just get all souls in either 1 or 2 fights, then it would just be so much simpler. I don't see the point of having like a 4 soul ramp up. Oh, I wasn't even looking there. It just doesn't make much sense nowadays. It was during Kabam's persistent charge phase where they did really weird stuff. Like Sentry, he is also on my list on that video, and he's again a victim of the persistent charge era, where it was just that's what I'm looking for. They punish you for having a persistent charge. It's not a fuck about. Yeah, oh absolutely. Just change the ramp up and leave everything else. That would be literally all she needs. Like, who doesn't even need a big change? See if they kept his buff state but gave him a fate seal. I think people would have been in love with him. He's not my cup of tea, but you know, overall, I think people who like Hood and play Hood would have been super happy. I think keep the fate seal, give him extra damage, have that big bursty damage, and I think it would have been perfect. I don't see the point of them taking him off the shelf essentially and going back to drawing board. Just, you know, the community gave an idea of how to do it, and would have probably been happy had they had the fate seal there, you know, for his buff control, and it would have been great. I think his invisibility was now a buff as well, which I think possibly should have been kept as a passive. You know, it would have been much better, even not having it as a buff at all. You know, he just goes invisible. That's fine. You know, maybe have it like it does with women's, although not to the same extent of being as annoying to use. Oop, just a parry there. This is the beauty of having him as a horseman. I just go unstoppable and can keep going. Right, come on, vision. Well, that's a long bit of text. I need to read that when I'm doing a special. Yeah, you were a big fan. I remember seeing that in chats. Change we Ghost couldn't, and with change we couldn't, which despite somewhat being better, it made him useless for what we use him for. Yeah, okay, fair enough. That makes sense. I didn't use him too much. I was too busy testing Massacre, and I tested Angela. Great chat, great. Her buff is amazing. Who else was it? Civil Warrior. I actually really like Civil Warrior. He's not the finished article though. I feel there's just something missing with him. You know, his ramp ups. I think he's bugged though. I heard Simula say that the refresh is bugged or something, and that's a kind of a problem with him. But he is missing maybe a wee bit of damage for the type of thing they've gone for. They also could have not done the whole bleed and poison ability accuracy thing and just stuck with, I think it was Sudea was saying, stuck with what it used to be, and that was resistance, much like Guardian has. Whereas the higher the sig, he's got more resistance to bleeds and poisons. That would have been an amazing aspect to do, rather than ability accuracy. You could, because you really want the Furies up to get the damage, but then you also got it's just ugh. Yeah, I think Angela was the best overall for the buffs. But Massacre, he's so much better now to use. I've done a takedown of Wolverine with Massacre, using the debuffs, just controlling them, and got some big SB2s into the blocks there. That's a lot of fun. The Rhino video I did in 7.1 with Massacre, I had a few comments saying I should have used the SB2 into the block more. So I am thinking of doing another video with Massacre on that fight and just doing SB2s into Rhino's block and seeing how it goes. It would be, not one for doing the same fight with the same champion on the channel, but I think that might actually be an interesting video, even just to see how he does. I've actually got a couple of ones. I think Rhino is actually my favourite fight in 7.1, because there's not a lot of champions that can do it, and they're sort of lesser known ones. Massacre is an amazing option for it now. Daredevil Hell's Kitchen is actually really good with it. I used a rank 3 5-star on that a couple of days ago. I do have the video in the backlog that I'm probably going to put out next week. So that was a lot of fun. It hits pretty hard though, which I'm happy about. I probably was quite back's not getting sore. I was quite dismissive of him originally when he first came out, but he actually has uses. He could be quite fun. I need to look into him more. I do have a rank 4 5-star now, I think. Is it? Yeah, it is. And he does have the ability to take down Wolverine with the debuffs. It's hard to play though, and probably would need the Mr. Fantastic synergy. But he can do it. Massacre can do it without any of the pre-fights and all that. I think I'm going to do one more run through Realm of Legends tonight, and because it's what, 10:30, and I'm going to drop Apocalypse and bring in Domino and Massacre and just run over Wolverine with Massacre, just for a bit of fun. But I have Colossus to clear everything else, because he's so damn fast, and it's just so much more fun. I see, one thing I do regret about tonight's stream is using other champions other than Colossus, because I could add way more potions than I do at the moment. But it was a nice test. Some of them, like, I had a lot of fun using Thing with the champion synergy. That was a bit of fun, although I've forgotten how to do it. That was evident when I did that. But I've had a lot of fun tonight. Don't normally see that with Realm of Legends. But it is a. I remember when this was back. This was the big. Hello. This was the big bit of content in the game. Road to Labyrinth hadn't just come out. I actually really hope they do something similar to Road to the Labyrinth again, because I had a lot of fun doing that. It was challenging, it was frustrating, it was annoying, it was hard, and then you had the access to the Labyrinth, which was at the time I remember when it first came out, and all I had was a 5-star Thor OG and a 5-star Scarlet Witch, who I'd maybe 3 months before 12.0 had ranked up, and that was a bit interesting. And then Labyrinth came out. It was beyond me at the time. It's still challenging content. You get Aegon, you can get to 999 combo, and it's a bit of a breeze now. with him, but you know, it is something that you go through, and it's still can be challenging. There's still fights in there that they can mess you up royally if you don't plan for it. Like the Juggernaut one is probably one of the it's definitely the hardest fight in there, besides from Maestro. Drop Black Bolt, and it's, if you don't plan for that fight properly, it will mess you up. Remember Swadea did a Human Torch with White Mag's pre-fight video that was suggested, I think was suggested on his comment section, and that video was right before I did that path when I did Labyrinth, and it's only maybe at most a year ago, and that was amazing, that video, and really saved me a lot of items, a lot of stress, because Human Torch just absolutely blitzed through that fight. Though, to be fair, I do have a rank 3 Human Torch, and I did use a rank 3 at the time. But even a 5-star using pre-fight White Mag synergy, you can, you know, parry, do the heavies, get rid of the passive Unstoppable from Juggernaut, and it's just so much easier, you know, when you actually plan stuff out. But I think we need to put something in like that again. Your Road to Labyrinth, and you need to finish this to then get to the big boy content, because that idea and that rite of passage, I think, was big for a lot of OG players in not only getting better at the game, but preparing you for the bigger content. And you learn so many little intricate details and skills doing that content, rather than just going in with Aegon and, you know, button mashing. I think I was talking to Ilac on Twitter about this the other day. He made a post and I responded to it and saying, you know, how it is kind of like you do learn these little details. I was going to use Guardian for one of these. I think that might be for a different stream, maybe next week. I'm going to try and do this weekly. I've forgotten who I was going to use. Who was I going to use? Oh crap. It was Colossus. Oh yeah, it was Massacre. That was it. You can tell I'm getting tired now. We're going to take out Apocalypse and where is it? There we go. All I want to do is use him on Wolverine. Have a bit of fun on that fight as my last Wolverine fight of the night. I'm going to batter through with Colossus and then get there and then call it a night. I'm starting to get tired. And I've still got 2 videos I want to edit tonight before I go to bed. I still need to figure out if I want to do a live stream for Odin Arena and actually go for them. I'll be doing itemless. Oh, not necessarily itemless. I'll be using boosts, like arena boosts. But if I want to do it unitless, because I am short on units and I don't want to spend too many units before July 4th. Not going crazy this year. Not going to be, with everything going on in the world. It would be crazy to say going to go mad on July 4th again. Oh no, maybe if things pick up again, but at the moment, you know, Scotland is still very much in a lockdown. You know, still in the clutches of COVID, which is not very fun. On the Arcus boss, do you know, I've tried him with someone a bit weird recently. I tried him with Doctor Strange after I duped my 5-star rank 5, and I don't have the SIG ability to do it, but it is possible if you've got a SIG 200 Doctor Strange. You could do it using that, but well, Cable, that would be a cool video if you can get that with Cable. I suppose if he is play into you and he does keep using the specials, that'd be really cool. You got to rely on AI, I guess. issue is the damn power gains. I can't get off specials to finish off. What is it? What is that fight again? It's Power Shield, isn't it? It's been a while since I did that. Do you know who I've actually tried it as well with? Sabretooth. And the problem was Arcus would not throw a damn special in that fight, and I got clapped with an SP3 and I ended up giving up on it. That is a fight I would actually just do for fun if I ever get into CCP beta. I would go through the whole lane with only like a full Sabretooth team, build them up on the Power Sting path. It's going to take whatever to do, but it would be just a silly fun video. Well, I look forward to seeing your video then. He is actually pretty good. See, if you compare him with Mephisto, his regen is amazing. Okay, his damage is pretty much Ebony Maw, but it's, if you go with Sig 200 as a 6-star or 5-star, you've got it's an 80% chance to nullify the buffs, and as long as you keep a distance, it was working pretty well. It was going pretty well, but as long as he doesn't have power gain, I don't think he can armor break you. I think that's how Arcus works. It's been a while since I tried it, but no, it's absolutely possible. It's just a case of getting him to have no power and getting him down super quick. But you do need him to be a high sig, just for the nullify to be activated all the time. Like that was the big issue with me, was Sig 20. It just wasn't enough. I was nullifying maybe one buff every few minutes, and it was too slow. It was. Oh, I thought that would time it out. Stop using a special one. I probably shouldn't be doing this. Oh well. Yeah, it was just a pain doing it. I would love to see Cable do it. That would be an amazing video. Who did I use again? I used Colossus. I obviously used Colossus. Of course I did. To do it. I've got a video on the channel about that. He just absolutely munches them. But using the fact that Colossus can't be armor broken, and is also cold snap immune. So if if he could be armor broken, he would just absolutely rinse Arcus. I got hit 19 times there. Oh, that's awful. That is bloody awful. Right, we're coming up to the soon to be the last fight. Oh. I saw a friend Fee sent me a Cable video yesterday. It was just him after he ranked 3'd him, and he was doing Winter Soldier. And it was down in 23 hits with like 700 a tick on the, what do you call it, on the degen. It was some pretty nasty degen, and that was not even being a horseman. It was just straight up synergy, which you don't need Cable to be a horseman to do it. It's just, it's it just makes that life easier, I guess. You've got that safety net. Let's go Colossus. This might be big. Nope, no crits. Damn, that was a bit disappointing. Block this. Can't bother baiting. Feel slow now as I start to get tired. 50k. That's not bad at all. Get a parry off here. this. Well, hopefully, oh, that's a big one. Yeah, that was big. It's not big enough to take him out in a 64k. Change the song. Nope, nope. Let's pop this on. Okay, let's keep going. Nearly done. I actually might complete the Valhalla challenge thing for once. I have not been doing that event thing at all. It's taking too long. Was it like 150 fights to get everything down? It's ridiculous. I've not been paying attention to that. You know, what's it for? 10 units? No, thank you. I'm gonna run around just do that. If it was, see if it was just like, you know, your daily solo challenges, you had 25 units, a revive, a potion, everything. I actually might have done it every day. But no, no thank you. It's definitely not something I want to do. I do wish I'd stop being so stingy with the solo stuff. It is frustrating at times. You know, you've got who was it? What was it? It was a Thor, the Thor solo one a couple of years ago. That was, it gave some decent rewards, and it was, you know, super quick. It was over really fast. You're not looking at doing 100 fights for virtually nothing. I wish you would keep doing stuff like that. You know, you make you go. It would make you excited to do stuff. You know, if they gave a revive every day for, you know, 30 fights, you just do arena. It would be decent. Oops. I would definitely do that, man. If I could get 30 extra revives this month, that would be amazing. I would definitely go and do a full abyss path and not just try and do a couple. Though I am absolutely dreading doing Luke Cage again when it comes to it. All to use Colossus on Havoc and Wasp on Old Man Logan. I'm planning on doing. I want to see if she can do that fight. I'm going to be ranking up my Wasp very soon. As soon as the next level up is actually on, because I can only rank up Science at the moment because I'm short on T4 CC, and I have 2 T5 basics in the overflow, so I'm really wanting to just not let them expire. I do have a rank 3 Ghost as well, so having that was just a rookie error. Having a rank 2 Wasp would be pretty damn good. That would be a lot of fun. I don't usually run suicides anymore, so Wasp would get a lot of use with Ghost. You know, I need to use Ghost more. I've not been using her too often recently. You know, especially in war, I haven't been able to use her. I've been in a lot of fights that have a Colossus can take. That I'm one of the only ones with Falcon in my battle group. So any Modocs that are on boss nodes, I'm taking him with Falcon. You know, any bosses that are Modoc, I'm taking him with Falcon. What was it? I took it 4 times last season. There was a Modoc boss, and I got 4 out of 4 solos. So with Falcon, so that was, you know, that was really good. I died to the Mojo boss this season though. That was a very, very frustrating day. I was a millisecond off the evade on the heavy. I went to go in for a hit and he just parried me, and 5 hit destroyed me. It was horrible, and I was so pissed because I soloed that fight again twice last season. On like 42 hits or something, and that was, you know, not a good start to the season. We've got 2 wins so far and 1 loss, so you know in the positive, hopefully we'll get Platinum 1 this anytime I talk about War Season, I go to say this year, like it's a football season. But hopefully we get minimum plat. I don't think we can't get Masters because of the multiplier. We're in tier. We started off in tier 2 because we had a couple of losses towards the end of last season, and it pushed us down. So we can't. I don't think we can get Masters based on the multiplier. But you know, I would love to get Platinum 1 and then, you know, build on that for maybe next season and get back to Masters. You know, I've had Masters 7 times out of all the seasons, so you know that would be, oh damn, should have used that. So it would be nice to get another one and stay up there. I do like War. Maybe took my eye off the ball a wee bit. Coming to the end of a 10-year DSVG, that's probably why I was kicked. But you know, back on, went 62-2 last season. So that was, had a really good season last year. Last season I had a really good season. Played well, some really tough fights, soloed them. I died to Crouching Stun. What was that big one? Crouching Stun Sasquatch. I missed an input. I missed a parry. My character just stood there and staring at him. I got stunned, and yeah, it was just one of those annoying ones. And then I died to a Heimdall on Aggression Fury. I got parried after trying to throw a heavy with Colossus. Went on Colossus there. I parried while trying to throw a heavy with Colossus, and then he launched an SP2 after turtling up with 6 Furies, and yeah, that put me in the bin. It was just, that was just not. Oops, I went that to be an SP1. It's okay. That was probably the most frustrating death I've had, just because it was 100% my own fault. I should have tested out the limber on the defender first before trying to throw a heavy, but it was 100% avoidable. But it's alright. We actually did end up winning that war, and I think that was one of the times I soloed MODOK, I think. Let's go, Massacre. Uh-oh. Let's fire this off. I do like how you've got that miss mechanic now. So that is really cool. So when you throw that into the block, oops, didn't mean to throw that heavy there, but that kind of worked out well. And look at those debuffs, he's an absolute debuff machine. Let's go, Massacre. 10 incinerates. And kiss your regen goodbye. Let's get some more debuffs because this is about to expire. Maybe we should have brought Red Hulk, because when that does expire with the synergy, we do get I think it's between 1 and 5 of the blue icon. Bang. Yeah, that was nice. I think that idea for Rhino is actually going to be a pretty fun video of just using SP2s on that fight. I think I'll give it a shot anyway. Let's get some incinerates up, some bleeds. The debuffs don't do an absolute massive amount, but they do a lot when you stack them up that many times. Man, 17 and 7/8 that was. That's not bad at all. It's so much easier to ignite the bat now, which just makes him, it's just so much more playable. Back off. There we go, bang. How much is this? That was about 30,000 there into the block from a rank 3 5-star. Now we need to be careful because he is just regenerating like a mofo. Come on, let's go. Maybe need to keep using the SP1 just to stop the regen. Or this will be here all day. Okay, so we've got an absolute ton of debuffs on. Let's go again. Get those bleeds up. Nice. Okay. Man, I missed the input there. That was my fault. Let's just keep going. Uh-oh. I got a wee bit lucky there with not getting bled to death. This is definitely not as clean as the video I've got on my hard drive. It's going really well. Yeah. Whoops. I say that and then I get absolutely clapped. Okay, now I'm just getting tired. Let's go. And Wolverine is just about dead. There we go. Massacre it for the win. How many hits was that? 304 from a rank 3 and definitely not optimal. But that's definitely worth it. Had a lot of fun there. Let's go back to Colossus and finish off the last 2 fights before calling it a night. It's just so... I was going to say it's just so easy to play Colossus in Realm of Legends, although if I get getting slapped about, that's not exactly the smartest play. I do like how with Colossus, you're doing massive damage on the heavy, so you just parry heavy. It's quite relaxed. You're not, button bashing, which is always annoying. That's kind of why I used to hate using Star-Lord to potion farm back in the day. When I had him at rank 4, I had a Hyperion, and I would just use Hyperion, and I would parry heavy, SP2, and use the cosmic buff synergy, and just rotate that. That was the ideal situation, because it was just, I didn't, the notifications on for once. Having that just parry heavy, it was relaxing. You would do your damage. You didn't have to pound the screen a million times to get the hits in, although I'm getting absolutely destroyed right now. And it was more relaxed. It didn't feel so frustrating. Whereas that's kind of why I like Colossus for potion firing. You just do massive damage off a parry heavy and get a huge SP2 off. Not even a horseman there, and that was huge. Block that, was too slow. And it's just nice. Like that 41k from a heavy attack. It's really not bad at all. If we get some crits here, oof. As we said, if we get some crits, that could have killed him. But it's gonna get a parry and heavy into SP1. Boom, 81,000 SP1. Lovely. Oh, well, that is going to be the last run in Realm of Legends. So thank you for everyone who joined the stream. Hope you enjoyed seeing Colossus rip it apart. I had some other champions as well. They did varying degrees of success. But thank you for joining the stream, and I will be back tomorrow to do the side event, the Odin's one. I think it's tier 8 I've got to do now. 8 and 9, but I'll be back for that. So if you want to join in for that, I would love to have you. Thank you for joining the stream, and I'll catch you next one. All the best.